After 2 days of dueling in the desert, we've reached Championship Sunday, and it could be the most nail-biting finish we have ever seen in LIV Golf. Only 4 strokes separate the top 10 players on our individual pylon. The team event has been red hot, with Sergio's Fireballs, Phil's High Flyers, and Cam's Ripper GC all on the podium overnight.
That's James Pyatt, his second at 11.
And again,
well, they're off to a start today.
He could really help his team perhaps get to the top of the podium.
Now then, Charles Howell III. He went round in 63 on the last day in Mayakoba to seal an emphatic victory. This to open Championship Sunday with an eagle, and he does so. Charles Howell III to 10 under par, 1 behind our leader Mark Leishman. Now DJ for eagle at 7.
Oh, he made one. He made one. He has made very few so far this last couple of days. Mickelson at 4. Oh, yes.
This to give the high flyers. What a 2-shot lead.
What's Louis' situation?
Oh, what a break to land on that sprinkler head. It bounced 40 feet in the air, shot up in the, and just ended up in the gravel. Looks like a decent lie, but boy, do you chip that or do you play a bunker shot?
He's using his 50-degree wedge, as Caddy just told me. He's got a spin, looks really good. Oh, what a shot.
Yeah, that's an excellent shot from there, really. Yeah, that's good stuff. He survived 2 horrible breaks on the last hole yesterday. Hit the flag, came off the green, then lipped out with his next one, and now he hits a sprinkler head on the first. Kevin Na in the Choyas.
Oh, be careful.
Yikes.
Follow through taking off one of the branches of one of those jumping Choyas.
Look at that shot.
That is so good.
How about that? From the weeds. Matthew Wolff. That is the 4th hole. It's his 2nd shot. Beautiful.
Suan, Brendan Steele's 2nd shot at the 3rd here. You've talked a lot this morning about focus for these players as Steele almost drops that in.
I think that's a little girl, and she might be carrying little javelinas. Leishman at 4. That's more like it. Might steady him down a little if he can knock that one in.
Conventional wisdom is, David and Dom, that the leader, overnight leader, has the pressure going into the final round. He doesn't have that pressure now. Now he's a bit of a pursuer, and maybe it frees him up. How about that near miss there, David?
Yeah.
Carlos Ortiz for eagle at 1. He's a fireball.
Hello. Ooh, great lag putt. Phil on the tee at 8.
Now to our leader, Charles Howell III. Sawed-off little finish there.
Fantastic effort from there. This is Louis for birdie. Get himself back in the frame at 1 behind.
Louis Oosthuizen making his move here on Championship Sunday. 1 behind our leader, Charles Howell III. But Howell III taps that in for a 2-stroke lead. Carlos Ortiz having a terrific day for the Fireballs. 3 under so far.
Really hard to get it close to this flag on the left without dripping off the left. Oh, that's a fabulous shot. Graham McDowell can play in the wind, and you can see into the breeze, these guys starting to generate a lot of spin.
The Fireballs, meanwhile, they've got their own identity, and they are flying here.
Oh, yeah, that Latin fire is being displayed here in the desert.
Ortiz, also a fireball for birdie at 3.
Danny Lee out at number 9, playing his second. Oh, looking up and down from the ball of the flag. That means it's right on line. What a beauty.
Danny Lee for his birdie at 9, and that moves Danny up the pylon. He is 8 under par in 5th place.
Phil's second at the 12th.
Ooh. 2 over for the day so far, Phil Mickelson, but his score currently counting for the high flyers. Dustin Johnson with his 3rd shot at 17.
Just sauteed that one up there.
Mito Pereira for his 3rd straight birdie for Torquay. 5 under par. Did it make it at the 6th hole? That is a magnificent putt by Mito Pereira. Danny Lee at 12. Ironheads looking for a podium finish. They've got the wind literally in their sails here in Tucson.
Got a lot of break on this putt on 18, as indicated by our live line. 21 feet 9 inches, 4 degrees uphill, aiming 4 feet left, and bucket. Carlos Ortiz on the tee at the par 3, number 8, 173 yards today.
Seen virtually no one get it close to the flag here at 8. It's only 173 yards.
Haven't seen many on the green. Looked like you could see the way he held that club face open through impact, trying to hold it up against the wind. Put some left to right spin on it. What a beauty.
That's a great shot. He had some great iron shots yesterday too.
Danny Lee for birdie at 14.
Ironheads tied in that 3-way tie for 2nd right now. And it has been strictly a 3-man team all week.
Carlos Ortiz, meanwhile, this to move to 9 under par, and he made it. And Carlos Ortiz is really, really starting to trouble the leaders in the individual competition, and he's helping the Fireballs surge away at the top. Now Louis, fantastic from Louis Oosthuizen. He is our co-leader now. Stinger in 2nd place, just a stroke ahead of the 4 aces. Here's Brandon Grace at 17.
One under today is Grace.
He had high hopes for a split second there, Brandon Grace. Now then, Brendan Steele at 13. He's 8 under par, holding his own. Level par so far today. 2nd shot here at the par 4.
Yeah, there's a good shot. That's a very difficult flag to get at.
Now then, Brendan Steele to get to within 1.
Left to right, he's aiming this about 2 cups left.
Great putt.
Boy.
Carlos Ortiz on the 9th green has this for a share of the lead.
A good positive putt.
Carlos Ortiz joins our leaders on 10 under par, but Louis Oosthuizen, we've seen it on the pylon on the left-hand side. He drains his putt as well, so he reclaims the lead. 3 under today for Louis Oosthuizen. He leads the rest by a single shot. It's really heating up.
Charles Howell, 2nd at 15.
Lovely shot. Chance to get one back.
Charles Howell a moment ago, that was for birdie at 15. Now live with Brendan Steele for his birdie attempt.
Left to right. Oh, what a putt.
Well, Brendan Steele, he's making a real go of it here. 9 under par with Charles Howell. They trail Louis by 2.
At 11, just off the edge of the green, Carlos Ortiz.
This putt's going to come down to confidence. He was unsure of himself on, seems like the last few shots. This looks like a good one, though.
Excellent control of the speed there.
Dustin Johnson's second shot at 5. DJ not counting, the captain for the 4 races at the moment. But they are 8 under collectively today, and they are clear in second place. That'll be an eagle putt for DJ to make things even better for them. Elsewhere across the Gallery Golf Club, 48 players simultaneously out on the golf course. Sam Horsfield, oh, that's nicely done for the Majestics. That was for birdie at 2. Bubba Watson's having a very, very good week here in Tucson. That was for eagle at the first. He'd make his birdie. The captain of the Range Goats, Brendan Steele.
His lie's all right. A lot of green to work with. Settle. Some work left for a par.
A significant moment here for Brendan Steele to save his par.
Oh,
Fabulous.
and Jerry Foltz goes berserk here at the studio at 18.
Now then, Danny Lee for birdie at 18. He started at the second. Wow. To 8 under par.
And he's got the easiest hole on the golf course in front of him as his final hole.
Ortiz was able to get a good read off of Gooch's chip right behind him. He had a 2 here yesterday. I saw him licking his lips. I think he thinks it's going to go in on this one. Almost did it.
Bad.
Good birdie to bring him back. He's definitely looking at the leaderboard.
Carlos Ortiz tapped in for his birdie at 12. Sergio for birdie at 16. Yes! 7 under par for Sergio Garcia. The 4 aces have closed to within 4 shots of the fireballs because Dustin Johnson did this at 6 a few moments ago. It's curling, it's in. Wow. Danny Lee taps in. He ends on 9 under. Kevin Na is captain. Delighted for him. They are tied for second place at the moment with the 4 aces. He's tied for the lead. Brendan Steele has a putt to take him to 10 under par. Louis Oosthuizen has a hole and a half to play. He's 9 under par. Danny Lee is in already on 9 under par. Carlos Ortiz has a long birdie putt at 14 to end at 10 under par. Brendan Steele for the outright lead. $69, $65, $70 for Brendan Steele. He ends on 9 under. Now then, Carlos Ortiz from distance to get to 10 under par.
Taylor Gooch was right on his line, but didn't get it quite to the hole, so it didn't give Carlos exactly the read he needed, but
that just tailed away at the end.
Oh boy, that's a 4.5 foot nightmare.
Well played. Excellent from Carlos Ortiz. It's a three-way tie on 9 under par.
This hole owes him after what happened yesterday.
Yes, it does. Hit the flagstick with the second shot, came back off the front of the green, and then lipped out with the pitch shot.
Doesn't look bad.
Louis Oosthuizen.
That's as good a shot as we've seen into 18 all day.
The character, the grit, the calmness, and the talent of Louis Oosthuizen when it matters the most. So, Louis Oosthuizen, we know will have at least a 3-man playoff. Steele, Ortiz, and Lee. Oosthuizen, coming off a bogey at 17, has this to make it a 4-man playoff at 9 under par. Nerves of steel for Louis Oosthuizen. A wave to the crowd, off comes the cap. What a climax we have here in Tucson. A 4-man playoff. Oosthuizen, Steele, Ortiz and Lee will tee it up again at 18.
Being first in is fine if you hit a nice shot, and he's got a great angle.
Come on, Louis! Come on, Louis!
Yeah, it's all right.
Danny Lee next.
Wasting no
Slightly
time.
above his feet. Wind coming a little from the right-hand side. This two hit in the middle.
Tell you what, he hits a nice low bullet. It's got to get down, I think.
Holding a touch on the line he wanted, and it's going to go long. You have to say a real opening here for Steele.
Yeah, it's primo position for him, coming from the left-hand side of the fairway into this right hole location.
None of those was great.
How many of our 4 will be heading back to the 18th tee? This for par at the first playoff hole, and it slips by. Bogey 5 for Carlos Ortiz.
He will finish tied for second, no matter what.
Danny Lee for his par. Yep. Brendan Steele next. Brendan Steele hangs in there. 2 pars with Louis Oosthuizen to go. And then there were 3.
168 yards, but ball well above his feet. Hard to keep this not going left. Oh, it looks pretty good. It's got the distance. Oh,
Didn't want to miss it right.
Danny Lee's going to go now.
It says 154. That's including elevation.
Look at that from Danny Lee. Advantage to the Ironheads man.
Technically still a shot at it. Takes something remarkable from there.
The psychology here, chaps, with Danny Lee where he is for a potential birdie. If you're Brendan Steele, are you just going for it?
Oh, yes.
Got to give it a chance.
Absolutely.
Brendan Steele sends the putt away. Oh, it's a mighty fine effort. Third shot for Louis. Okay, Danny Lee with the opportunity of a lifetime for birdie at the second playoff hole for victory in Tucson, Arizona. No! We go again.
Well, 2 yards difference from the last shot, the last second shot he played here.
Danny Lee has absolutely powdered one up there. And that is going to have a lot of swing on it. Not an easy putt at all.
Now Steele.
A good clean hit. Just couldn't get enough on it.
Danny Lee has given himself another opportunity here.
Yeah, and he has hit it miles up this fairway. Off he goes. Oh, boy.
Don't blink.
Oh, not right.
Well, he holed it from just off that side of the green, about 8 feet closer to the hole in regulation. But he was able to putt that. He won't be able to putt this one.
No better time for a look at the live line.
Yeah, see, this is a little different, though, because if he followed that live line, he's taking a little of that slope out. He's hitting it way above it at a softer speed to let it just go. My.
Next to play is Danny Lee.
And this won't take long.
Putting it.
Yeah. Yeah, probably not a bad idea with the other two and the kind of positions they're in. He gave that a smack, didn't
Danny
he?
Lee! Oh, goodness me! Danny Lee! In only his second live golf event, has tasted glory already! What a way to finish it! A brilliant final day! He howls at the sky in Tucson. A day that started 4 off the lead, ends 21 holes later with victory at the third playoff hole. Danny Lee, in spectacular fashion, outlasts everyone. Ends it in style for victory in Tucson. What a way to finish. That was incredible. Danny Lee, congratulations. And on the third playoff hole, in quite magnificent style, he sees off the challenge of Louis Oosthuizen and Brendan Steele. A word for Carlos Ortiz, a final round of 65 got him into the playoff. He bowed out after the first hole. Danny Lee may have felt that his chance had slipped by. He had a putt to win on the second playoff hole. Greg Norman said there might be a few gremlins as a result of that, but boy, it didn't look like it.
It went into the hole like a gremlin.
This was how the team competition finished up. That is done and dusted. The Fireballs, 25 under par. They came out on top over the 4 aces by 4 shots. The 4 aces started the day down in the depths of the leaderboard, but had a great final day. And the Ironheads, there they are in third place as well, holding off the challenge of Stinger and Ripper GC. They started the day 1 off the lead in the team competition and just slipped back off the podium.